Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube. I'm so excited to film this video today because we're going to do a full Victoria's Secret Angel transformation. So I'm going to show you how to do the iconic big bouncy bombshell hair and then of course the makeup. I've already done some Victoria's Secret Angel makeup before, but today I want to recreate this specific photo. It's literally the first one that comes up when you type in VS Angel makeup on Pinterest. I'm so obsessed with it because it's so early 2000s, like the frosty eyes and the light lips, and it's just so gorgeous and sparkly and pretty. And I'm just so excited. I can't wait to look like a VS Angel. So let's just get started. First we need to prep the skin because I want a really nice glowy base. So I'm just going in with the Rhode glazing milk. I haven't stopped using this since I got it. I just love how glowy this makes my skin look. And then I'm also going to go in with some of this serum. It's literally almost done. I just love how gentle the Rhode products are. I think I mentioned in one of my last videos that my skin's been freaking out recently. Turns out I think I was just over exfoliating, so I've stripped it like all the way down and I've basically just been using the Rhode products and it seemed to really calm down. And then lastly I'm going to go in with the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. This is so nice under makeup and extremely glowy and dewy. So nice on the skin. Then I'm just applying some of this Summer Fridays lip balm. I am so late to the hype on this, but oh my god, this is amazing. Okay, so now that our skin is nice and hydrated and glowy, I'm going to let all of those products sink in and we can make a start on the hair. So, I might need to scooch back for this. I feel really far back, but I need you to be able to see all of my hair. So this kind of big, bouncy bombshell hair is honestly like my go-to hairstyle. Every time I go out, this is the hair that I do. And I always get comments asking how I do it, but honestly, the secret to this hair is a Dyson Airwrap. I know that this is really expensive, but in my opinion, it's so worth it. I think I got an Airwrap for Christmas like 3 years ago, and it's been my favourite hair tool ever since. I use this every single day. Every time I go out, this is what I use. So I'm going to be using mine today, but if you only have like a curling tong or a wand, this also works completely fine. I just find that I get way better results with my Airwrap. You're also going to want to have a lot of these little hair clips because I am going to be pinning the curls today. Usually I'm far too lazy to do this, especially with extensions, but pinning the curls is really the way to make this hairstyle last a long time. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to pin them today. And then you'll also want a roller for the front piece of your hair or your bangs. My hair is freshly washed. I washed it last night, but I am just going to take a little bit of dry shampoo and just spray a little bit in the roots, just to help with getting some volume back in my hair, because usually when mine is freshly washed it gets really like soft and floppy. Give her a little brush. And now I'm going to go and section the hair. I'm going to do 3 sections. So just now, I'm going to pull my hair up, but just leave the lower third out. I've got 2 rows of weave in the back of my head, so I'm just leaving out the bottom row of weave. Then just pulling everything else up. Pulling it up into a little bun on top and securing it with a clip like this. And now we just go in and curl all of this section. And I like to start from the back of my head. So I take a little section like this. I usually do it on the hot setting for like 5 to 10 seconds and then do a cool shot for another 5 to 10 seconds. And the best part about the Airwrap is it makes it so easy to do pin curls because you can literally just slide the curl off the barrel, and because you've just done the cold shot, it's not even hot to touch. So then you have your little curl like this and you can just roll it up to your head, take one of your, that's got hair on it, take one of your little clips and just pin it in. If you're using a tong, you can just hold your hand right underneath the tong and just release it right into the palm of your hand and then roll it up and pin it. Have your little curl back here, and that's basically what you want to do over your whole head. So I'm going to go and finish this section and then I'll show you how I section the next. The only thing that kind of annoys me about doing this hair with the Airwrap is that because I've got extensions, some of my natural hair is a lot shorter and the Airwrap basically just blows it away. So then I get left with all these little straggly bits. But what I'm just going to do is release this curl, curl this bit separately, and then I'm just going to wrap them both up together. kind of just wrap them together and roll them up. There we go, that's that section done. And now we section again. Just gonna let it all down and then pull up the top section. Pop her in a little bun again. Now we just do the exact same thing for the next two sections, and I'll come back when I'm doing the front section of my hair. Oh my god, finally. That took me like 40 minutes, I want to say. But now we've done the whole head. I've got loads of little stragglers around this side, but let's just ignore them. Now I'm going to swap over to this brown brush attachment. Okay, the air wrap is noisy, so I'm just going to show you what I do, and then I'll do it for real. So I take all the front piece together, just brushing them through a little bit before. Start here, flip the hair under and over. Then you pull it all the way out, kind of twist it, and then curl it back in, okay? Okay, now I've curled it all the way back down, and I'm just gonna do the cold setting for like 10 seconds. You can also just leave the attachment in your hair like this if you want, but I want to put a little pink roller in. So I'm just gonna wait like another couple seconds for this to cool down. And then I can remove it. The front of my hair has not really been cooperating recently, so hopefully it works today. And then you just wanna wrap the hair around the roller. Roll it back all the way down, pin it in place. And now I'm just gonna spray my whole head with some hairspray. This is the Wella Volume one. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one I've got just now. Okay, now we can finally get into the makeup. I like to do the pin curls first because the longer that you leave these in, the longer your hair is going to hold. So ideally you want to have these in for like 2 to 5 hours. Honestly, sometimes I do mine in the morning and take them out at night and have them in for like 7-8 hours because my hair doesn't really tend to hold a curl, and obviously our skin is already nice and prepped, so we can just go straight in with the base makeup. I'm going to use this new Charlotte Tilbury foundation stick. This is another product that I'm a little bit late to the hype on, but oh my god, this is so good. I didn't really know what to think when I first seen it in the shop because it is so sparkly. Like when you look at it just in the stick, it kind of looks like a highlighter stick, but on the skin, this is literally so amazing. It's basically their flawless filter, but just in a stick form, and I feel like it's got slightly more coverage. But I've got the shade 7 medium, and I feel like this is the perfect base for that nice glowy makeup. I'm just blending it in with this new Kylie Cosmetics brush as well. This came out with their skin tint, and I usually never use a brush for my complexion products, but this one has just been working so well for me. Look at how glowy that foundation stick is. It's kind of scary at first, but when you put the rest of your products on, it is so beautiful. I've literally not stopped using it since I bought it. Now I'm going to go in and spot conceal with this little NARS pot concealer. It's the soft matte concealer in the shade Macadamia. Usually I use a brush, but I'm actually just going to take it on my finger today and just pat it onto any of my blemishes. Thankfully, my spots are clearing up and I actually don't have many anymore. I do love this foundation stick by itself, but I feel like the VS Angels have a little bit more coverage. So I'm going to add a little bit of this NARS light reflecting foundation. Scared that I get this on my robe. I bought this last night, especially for this video. Oh my god, I think I've actually already got a stain on it. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm just going to use 2 pumps on the back of my hand like this. Work it into my sponge. And then just start building up the coverage. I used this combo when I went out for dinner the other night and it is so beautiful. Making sure to bring it down my neck because I'm not very tan at the moment. I'm just taking another couple pumps. Just adding a little bit more to my cheeks because I have a little bit of rosacea. It's kind of annoying to do the makeup with these pin curls and I can't lie, but it's so worth it. This foundation combo is so nice. Now onto concealer, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer and just apply it under the eyes and to highlight my face, so on my forehead, on my chin, around my nose where I get a little bit of redness. I'm going to do it here and here to lift the face as well, and I'm going to blend this all out with a sponge. I like to blend out my under eye concealer last. I feel like it just looks better when it's had a little minute just to sit and start to set. And just taking what's left of the sponge and patting that onto my lids just to prime them a little bit. For contour, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Tantour. This is my ride or die. I literally use nothing but this. Taking a little bit on this Morphe chucking it on the floor. Taking a little bit on this Morphe R46 brush, and we're just going to sculpt the cheeks. In this photo, she actually has very heavy bronzer, and the overall vibe of the VS models is quite bronzy, so I might use a little bit more than usual. And you just want to pat this into the skin. Get it right up into the hairline, because you don't want a bright white scalp and an orange face. I'm also going to take some right along the jawline as well. Now we need to snatch the nose. So I'm going to use this Patrick Ta for Contour 3 brush. I've said it so many times, but this is the best brush ever for nose contour. I'm just going to pick up a little bit, starting underneath the nose to lift the tip. And now you just want to draw 2 lines down the side of this little highlight here where the light hits. I first draw the line down, and then I flip the brush upside down and flick upwards. And this just blends it into the eyebrow and makes everything really seamless when you've got your eyeshadow on. And then really tapping that in to blend it out. Perfect. Okay, so for blush, her blush actually does look maybe slightly red, and I actually did see a TikTok of someone that used to be a VS model back in the day, and she said that the blush looks pink, but they did actually use red blush and it gave like a more natural look, but I think I still want to use pink. So I'm going to go in with Rhode's Piggy, and it's focused mostly on the apples of the cheeks, and then blending it out with the Zoeva 114 brush. I'm keeping it focused on the apples of my cheeks, but I am blending it up and out slightly. And I'm just going to use my sponge to go in and diffuse, just so that it's nice and seamless. And I'm also going to do the same with my bronzer brush. Just going back in and blending over. In a lot of the looks that I've seen on Pinterest, they have a really, really bright inner corner. So I'm going to take the same Huda concealer, just in a lighter shade. This one is Royal Icing. And I'm literally just going to do a dot on each eye. And again, just blending that out with the sponge. And you can use this to kind of clean up your nose contour a little bit as well. Just taking it down the sides of the nose. Now we can go ahead and set everything in place. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Pressed Powder in the shade Light. Taking this on a Trigwell powder puff. I feel like this is where my nose starts to run every single time. And just really gently pressing that in underneath my eyes. Making sure you've got any creases blended out first. Try and apply it looking upwards. And that just totally blurs your under eye. I just love that powder. Now I'm going to take a little on a brush and just set the centre of my forehead, my chin, and along the jawline. I don't use the puff on the rest of my face because I don't really feel like I need to pack on the powder everywhere. So the brush will just give me a little bit more of a lighter application because I don't want to end up all cakey and powdery. Now I'm going to go in with some of MAC's Mineralise Skin Finish. This is in the shade Dark Tan, and I'm using this to set all the areas that I applied the cream bronzer. This is going to enhance the cream bronzer and also just lock it into place. You can see the difference from this side to this side. This is my favourite powder bronzer formula ever. It's so thin and buildable, so you really can't go wrong when applying it. Okay, and I think that is our base done for now. I am looking a little bit too matte though at the moment, so I'm going to go in with a bit of the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and this is just going to melt all of those powders in. I need a fan. I just love that setting spray, the way that my skin just looks so much more luminous. I love it. Okay, let's get onto these gorgeous, sparkly, frosted eyes. It looks like a kind of cool toned lid colour she's got on first. So I'm going to go in with the Makeup by Mario, the Neutrals palette, which is the more cool toned one. Before I go in with any shadow, I'm just going to tap out the concealer that's on my lids so that there's no creases and it's all nice and even. I'm going to take this shade from the palette on a nice, really big fluffy brush. And I'm just going to blend this on the very outer corner. I'm wanting to keep the most pigment here, but I am just going to fluff it through the crease and then up towards my temple as well. Did I just say fluff it? Feather? I don't really know what word I was looking for there. Just so that we have a nice little wash of colour on the eye before we go in with all the shimmers. Her shadow is really cool toned. It looks almost grey. I feel like on me, that's not very flattering, especially because my hair is so warm. So I think this shadow is good for me because it's just like a slightly cool tone brown. I'm taking the same shade on a slightly smaller fluffy brush to build it up along the lash line. And then on a little flat brush just to blend it along the lower lash line. And I'm only blending this along the outer half of my lower lash line because we want the inner half to be really nice and bright. Now I'm going to take this almost white shade and pack this right in the inner corner and blending it up onto the inner lid. And also running it along the start of the lower lash line. And I'm really packing this on because we want our inner corner to be white. Okay, I just went and looked through all my palettes to try and find the sparkliest eyeshadows that would work for this. I also found these like glitter liquid shadows. So I think I'm basically just going to layer everything. I'm going to start with this iconic London liquid shadow. It's called the Glaze Crayon and this is the shade Quartz. It has like one side here with liquid shadow in it and then the other side has like a little crayon. Okay, I'm just going to take this, apply it on the inner corner of my lid. Oh yeah, this works. So I'm first just going to apply it on the inner corner, then taking a clean brush and just blending out the edges. She literally has glitter from her lash line to her brow, so we can blend this right out. Blending it all the way up to the brow, and that's already looking real cute. I have this Dolce & Gabbana palette, and this shade right here is so sparkly. I'm scared that it's going to be a tad warm because it's like a warm champagne colour, but I'm just going to tap it on and see what it gives. Just gonna tap this on. I'm getting a little bit of fallout on my cheeks, but in the photo, she has fallout on her cheeks as well. She has like glitter all over here. So I'm trying to not let it bother me. Oh my god, I just love glitter. Wow, okay. Okay, now we're taking another palette. This is the Be Perfect Interstellar Carnival palette. I'm taking this shade over here called Moonwalk, which is a super sparkly kind of silvery grey. Again, just tapping that over the top. I just want this to be a really multi-dimensional shimmer. Oh wow. This shade is good because it's got more of that chunky glitter pieces in it. Then I'm going to go in with one of my favourite shimmery glitter products ever. This is the Makeup by Mario Crystal Reflector, and it's basically just like a pressed clear glitter. I have 3 products that are formulas like this. There's this one, Fenty's Diamond Bomb, and then I have this one from Sensorium called The Shimmer. All 3 are a pretty similar formula, but they all like dry out over time. So when you first get them, they're so good. Now I feel like my finger hardly picks up any product because it's all like dry. I'm gonna try and scrape away a layer. Yeah, that's better. Oh my god, this looks so cool. Oh my god. Love, 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 love. Applying this in the inner corner as well, right over that white shade. There is glitter all over my face. Taking the liquid shadow from Iconic London again, and just putting this along the lower lash line. OMG. Okay, these eyes look absolutely insane. All I need to do to finish them off is add a little bit of liner to the outer corner. So I'm just going to take the black shadow from the Mario palette on a teeny tiny angled brush and keep this as close to the lash line as possible. Just want to line the lid ever so slightly. And I'm not really creating a wing, I'm just kind of diffusing it once I get to the end of my lid, so that it just kind of blends out into nothing. Gorgina! Doing the same thing on the other eye. So you can see here, as I get to the outer corner, I'm just kind of tapping it out, just to blend and diffuse it. Now we go in and curl the lashes. I'm scared that I've been curling my lashes too much because I feel like they're kind of falling out recently. Then going in with my favourite Maybelline Sky High mascara. This mascara works best when it's almost finished. Like when there's barely any product on the brush, that's when it works its best. And I also just apply a tiny bit on my lower lashes. Okay, I'm going to go and do my eyebrows off camera just for quickness because I'm just going to do them the exact same that I always do. Then I'll come back and we can do lashes and lips. Okay, brows are done. Now I'm going to stick on a little half lash. I'm using my favourite lashes. These are from Sephora collection and they're just in the length style. I tell people the name of them all the time, but no one can ever find them. So I think that they're maybe only available in the UAE Sephoras. I'm not sure. Because people in the UK and the US can't seem to find them. I can't tell you how obsessed I am with this eye look. Oh my god, it's amazing. Okay, we're almost done. Let's do the lips. She doesn't actually look like she's got any lip liner on, but I physically can't do that. It's like a really pale nudie pink she's got on, so let's just do a light lip liner. Okay, I'm gonna try the Skin by Kim liner in the shade Nude 3 and see what that's looking like. Oh my god, I've had an eyelash on my lip that whole time. Why do things keep sticking to my face? Okay, yeah, this is nice and pale. This might actually be too light, but I'm just going to finish the combo anyway and we can deepen it up if we need to. Also, how is the sun going down? I don't know how I take so long to film these videos, but I feel like this one hasn't even been like a complicated makeup look. I started at like 1:30 and it's 5:45. How does that happen? I have no idea. Okay, I'm going in with this Dull Beauty lipstick in the shade Golden Girl. And I'm just patting that in the centre and blending it out with my finger. I feel like it's slightly too pale, so I'm just going over the edges a tiny bit with Charlotte Tilbury's iconic Nude. And I'm going to finish off with the Jisoo Honey Infused Lip Oil. This one's in the shade Watermelon Sugar and it's got so much glitter in it, so this will be perfect. This is such a nice gloss. I didn't buy this for ages because I really did not like the original Jisoo lip oil formula. To me, it was like putting olive oil on your lips. It was awful, but this is totally different. This one's so much better. Finishing touches, let's add a little bit of highlighter. This is the Fenty Kilowatt in the shades Girl Next Door and Chic Freak. So I'm going to use Girl Next Door, taking a little bit on my finger. I'm just going to highlight my nose with this. A little bit at the top of the bridge and then also on the tip of my nose. And we have to put a tiny bit on the cheeks too. Right on the apples here. This highlights like a pearly pinky colour. Oh my god. Okay, let's take the hair out. I'm so excited. Okay, now the awful task of taking all these pins out. I'm like so eager to get them out and see this finished look. Because I'm just obsessed with this makeup. I'm kind of scared. I feel like the hair is going to be curly. Okay, all this side is out. Look how short my hair looks. Oh my god, it's so curly. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, so... Holy... What happened here? Hell. Okay, apparently one of them just decided not to curl. Let's just hide that for now. I'm just gonna start to brush these out with my hands because these need to drop. Okay, the hair definitely needs a moment to drop, but let's take out this roller. This is like the moment of truth. Oh my god, there's still a clip in it. Okay. I literally just play about with it until it falls the way I want it to. Oh my god. Okay, it's definitely giving bombshell. Let's do a bit of hairspray. Literally all I've done to the curls is just keep running my hands through them until they've all kind of fallen into place. This is the full hair. Sometimes it gets a wee bit frizzy when you take all the curls out. So if that happens, literally just run a tiny bit of oil all the way through your hair and it'll be perfect again. But here is my finished 2000's Victoria's Secret Angel transformation. I am so happy with how this turned out. Let's do a little close up so you can see the makeup. I'm gonna go and take some pictures now. If you want to see them, they'll be up on my Insta. I think this is my favourite YouTube video that I've filmed so far. So if you liked it too, please let me know and I'll see you again in the next one.